man, John Burko, has to watch. He has to watch Tommy Robinson walk into Parliament and take their seats as MPs.
Well, what a bombshell Tommy dropped yesterday. What a stir that has sent through the establishment. The media, well, the media, just the gift that keeps on giving. The more they shout about how they find Tommy to be an abhorrent racist and fascist, the more popular he becomes, because everybody knows he's not. What a day it would be. I made a speech last time I shared a platform with Tommy, and I said this, I said, I have a dream. One day Tommy Robinson and Gerard Batten will walk into Parliament to take their seats as MPs. First step on the road to that is Tommy becoming an MEP, because Gerard's already been there, done that and worn the t-shirt. Imagine if Tommy Robinson topped the poll in the northwest of England. The man who the establishment have tried to destroy. I believe they've tried to have him killed. They've tried to break him financially, psychologically. They've tried to destroy his family. The BBC, the mainstream media, the politicians, they despise him. If you're on the northwest of England and you're not registered to vote and you're in our movement, don't listen to these absolute lunatics that are telling you not to vote in these elections. The only conclusion I can come to about these lunatics that are telling you not to vote in the elections is they're being influenced by the establishment. The only way to get at the establishment is by taking their votes away from them, because that threatens their jobs and their careers. So if you're in the northwest of England and you're in our movement and you support everything that we've been saying for the past number of years, register to vote and vote for Tommy. If you don't like Tommy, vote for UKIP. It's the only two options. If I was in the northwest, I'd be voting for Tommy. If I lived in northwest England, he would have me out on the ground with him, canvassing, helping him out. I would vote for Tommy. I would be on the ground with Tommy, berry on, medal or medals on, walking with him. Because Tommy Robinson got into all this. Let's rewind the clock and look at why Tommy got into this. Back in 2008, 2009, whenever it was, the Royal Anglian Regiment was having a homecoming parade from Afghanistan. They did a tour in Afghanistan. And Islamist thugs spat on them, burned poppies, held placards saying that they wished they were dead and they were going to burn in hell on the streets of an English town. That's why Tommy got involved in this. He was sticking up for his community. He was sticking up for his country, and he was supporting the British Army. And the state have persecuted him for it and vilified him for it and demonised him for it. So if you're a veteran and you don't support Tommy Robinson and you're buying into the establishment narrative, I have a word for you. Grow a brain and grow a pair. Finally, if you are so disillusioned with the establishment as you claim to be, vote for Tommy. If you're in the northwest, vote for Tommy Robinson. Because the establishment will have a collective heart attack if Tommy tops the poll in the northwest. And if you're in a working class community, whatever community, if you're not on the electoral roll, get on the electoral roll. Doesn't cost you anything. You just register, national insurance number, whatever it is you need, you get on there and you register and you start voting. Because now we have candidates that we can vote for. We've got UKIP. who we can vote for. Gerard Batten. Gerard Batten has put his neck on the line for Tommy. Gerard Batten has put his neck... We need to remember this. Gerard Batten has put his neck on the line for the football lads. He's put his neck on the line for the veterans. He stood with the veterans. He stood with the football lads. UKIP deserve our support in all other areas. But if I was in the Northwest, I'd be putting my full support behind Tommy Robinson. See, Tommy's not splitting the vote. Tommy's not allowed to stand for UKIP. Because of the rules, he's not allowed to be a member. And UKIP, we need to change that. We need to realise that the establishment now hate us as much as they hate Tommy. Don't think you're going to get an easy ride in UKIP anymore. It ain't going to happen. Farage has seen to that. His chums in the media have seen to that. The Conservatives and Labour Party have seen to that. They're terrified of UKIP. Imagine UKIP and Tommy and Anne-Marie Waters forming some sort of an alliance and working together and collaborating on projects and electorally. I would like to see that. I would like to see a coming together of all the people that believe what we believe. And we're not far right. We're just not wrong. We're not fascists. We're not racists. In fact, we're fighting against fascism. Because those of us that are in this movement, because of the terrorist attacks that happened 2 years ago in Manchester and in London, we're in this movement because we want to stop fascism. We want to stop Islamic fascism and Islamic supremacism. And if that's not your thing, if you don't care about those things, you don't care about Islam, you don't care about the fact that our country is under very, very grave threat from Islamic terrorists all the time, and it's only the security services and the police that are stopping attacks happening on a regular basis. If you don't care about that, that's up to you. But do you care about Brexit? Do you care that this elite, this establishment elite, the civil service, the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, the Lib Dems, and now the Brexit Party are deliberately conspiring against the working class people of this country to destroy us, to silence us, to crush us? 17.4 million of us voted to leave the European Union. We have been demonised and vilified ever since. And if you're in the northwest of England, there's a very, very easy way to send an absolute shockwave through the establishment. And that is to vote for Tommy Robinson. And I said finally, but this really is finally. 2 years ago, I didn't know Tommy Robinson personally. I'd watched him, I'd followed him. I've always been interested in the things that he was talking about. But I didn't know him personally. The last 2 years, I've got to know Tommy personally. I count him as a friend. And I'll tell you this about Tommy. Tommy is a man of his word. Tommy is a man of integrity. Tommy is a family man who loves his children. And Tommy is a man who is loyal to his friends. And I have personal experience of that. I'm not going to go into details. But I can tell you, Tommy Robinson is not only a courageous man and a man who is sending shockwaves through the establishment. He's not a perfect man, but I tell you what, I believe he's a good man. And I've said it already, but I'll say it again. If I was in the northwest of England, I would vote for Tommy Robinson. He's on our side. He's one of us. And I hope in my heart that he tops the poll in the EU elections. And when the EU's finished with for the UK, and we will win this, we will win the Brexit thing. When the EU is finished, I hope that the odious little John Bercow in Parliament is still the Speaker when Tommy walks into Parliament after the next general election, along with loads of other UKIP MPs, to take up his seat. Wouldn't that be someday? I have a dream. Make the dream happen. Vote for Tommy.